Hey everybody, Rose Matter here. Welcome to my reaction and discussion of episode 7 of Frieren. Really quick, we got a little bit of change in the background. We have our yucca plant in the back because we had to move it out of the living room for our Christmas tree. Got my beanbag chair here as well, so it's a little bit of a cramped background. Hopefully it's not too bad. You guys can let me know, what do you think of the plant? I actually kind of like it. It does cover up my little display back there a bit, but I kind of like the greenery to it. I don't know. You guys can let me know what you think. Maybe I'll even keep it here after the tree comes down. Anyway, enough about that. So the last episode, we finally have like our trio is officially a team. Frieren, Fern, and Stark. After Stark single-handedly took the dragon down by himself, despite his his fear and his he just wasn't sure. He wasn't sure if he could take the dragon down, and he took it down pretty effortlessly. And then we learned that he actually got his scar not from a dragon, but from Ison himself. And the reason that Ison hit him was he admitted he was actually scared of Stark because he has the potential to be a great fighter, a great warrior. So he sees the potential in Stark, and we see it as well. So with the dragon defeated, they now move on to continue to get to what is it called? Oh my gosh, I'm blanking on the place that they're supposed to go to. The whole reason for their journey. They did get stopped by a roadblock at a town where they say that there's like a bunch of monsters, and it could take a while for them to be able to lift the the roadblock. But it was very quickly resolved once they realized, the villagers realized who Frieren is, and they just let them pass. And Frieren was actually a little bit upset about that because she wanted to stay and study some magic. Because she's an elf, she has no worries about the passage of time. She has all the time in the world. Then there was a cute moment with Fern and Stark kind of both talking about their masters and how both Ison and Frieren, how they're very similar and how they train them. And Stark revealing that he wants to go on this journey because I believe Fern said, like, don't you want to go back and see Ison, like, now that you've proven yourself? And he says, well, he talked about this amazing, fun, silly journey he went on with Frieren, and he's like, I want to go on a silly, fun journey as well, and then I will tell him the stories when I come back. And I thought that was really sweet. So they did bond a little bit over um like their training and things like that. So I ship them. I think the two of them are going to end up together. But that's where we left off, is them heading off, continuing on with their journey. So we will watch the episode and see what happens in this one. And of course, I'll give you guys my thoughts afterwards. Okay, we're going right to a flashback here and to Flame. So that's probably what she's on the search for, right? With all of the grimoires, is like when she's on the hunt for them, she's probably looking for the real books by her. Okay, so she's the founder of humanities magic. Okay, so this was before. Yeah, this was like, or this is after. This is after she trained with her. Yeah, it's only been mentioned briefly about that whole thing with Flame. Maybe that's what they're going to be talking about with this episode, is like her relationship with her. I love Stark. This is great. It's positive reinforcement. It'll encourage her to wake up early. I love that. Episode 7, Like a Fairy Tale. 28 years. Okay. Well, it feels like it has been 28 years for a bit, but I guess it makes sense because maybe not much time has passed since they took this journey. Hey, Stark is the voice of reason here. Oh, well, look at that. All right, good thinking. Oh, that's because Fern said it. Oh, yeah, right, exactly. Because, yeah, they mentioned that about, like, the northern lands, there's monsters, and that's why it was blocked off in the first place. Hey, not that different in age, because I had no idea how old he was, actually, so all the more reason I'm like, come on, you two, so you're both basically the same age. Quit wasting time and help me. All right. I love it. I love these two. Maybe she's like, this is how I talk to my friends. He's sensitive little baby. She's like, I had the right impression about him from the start. And then she goes right back to calling him Mr. Stark. The thing is, too, people seem surprised. Do they, like, the ears, do those not stand out? Like, I would look at her with the ears and I would think an elf immediately. Okay, so they lack romantic feelings and reproductive instincts. I mean, she's definitely like, she only cares about basically learning about magic and furthering her knowledge of that stuff. She seems pretty indifferent to most other things. I wonder if most elves are like that. Hey, what a coincidence. And she just doesn't even remember. Or maybe she did remember and she just didn't want to make a big fuss about it. Now is that the place from the very beginning when Himmel was talking about how like he hopes that they make a handsome statue of him, or do they just have statues of them everywhere, it seems like? The thing is, a lot of the times when we see the statues, it seems to be just of Himmel whenever you go into towns. Yeah, he gets them everywhere. Right? Yes, exactly. He keeps saying that, but I feel like there's more to it than that. Aw, god damn it. Why is he so charming, though? It's funny because it's true. Whenever she goes on her journey this time, she keeps being reminded of them. So, in a way, it does work. And nobody looks at her and be like, wait a minute, she looks like the statue. You were there. Thank you. Especially considering they say there's not a lot of elves around. Like the same hair and everything, same clothing. Nobody's catching on. Oh, they just skipped over it. I was kind of hoping that we get to see them, like, be part of the festival. Ah, bummer. Heaven. Does that sound fun? Because usually when people say, like, going to heaven, it's like, usually you gotta die first in order to go to heaven. Oh, oh, oh shit. Demons. Okay. All right, we're gonna get some action here. Hell yeah. She's so indifferent. I love she whenever she sees a demon, it's on site, which makes sense. But these ones seem to be at least. I mean, maybe these demons are just misunderstood. They're just stereotyped. I was like, what did I say? They look refined. That's the word I was trying to think of. Okay, interesting. They can mimic speech, but they can't be communicated with. Why does Fern look so indifferent that she just got taken? Is she just used to this happening to Freerun a lot? I guess for her, it does make sense to put up a fuss, otherwise, they might just end up in prison as well. And what good is that going to do? Except, like, for these two, it's like, not for us, though. That's where they're going, right? They're going to the Castle of the Demon King or something? Like, that's their one of their places? Okay, she regained her powers 28 years ago. Suing for peace? That seems... Are they, like, lawyers? Demon lawyers? You think negotiate, not sue, but... I mean, I would probably listen to Freerun. She's been around long enough to know this stuff. Oh, I guess... Oh, shit, so she sees it firsthand. Like, to make them feel exactly, like, to hesitate. It probably, like, it takes advantage of humans' empathy, right? But they don't have any. So they're just, like, repeating stuff. They're just saying things in their language. Freeren's just gonna come and fucking blast her. Yeah. Well, isn't that worse? The fact that they don't have to eat humans, but she chose to do it anyway? Is this guy himself? Is he maybe a demon who's taken? I bet he is. I bet he's like, maybe, I don't know. Or he's gonna get eaten or something right now. Is Frieren gonna be like, and then he was killed, and his child was killed. Okay. Yeah, she's like, I'm not gonna make that mistake again. Yep, these two are definitely dead. Maybe? I mean, I don't see this going well. If Freeren's talking about the fact that they can't be reasoned with, that has to tell me that they're making it seem like, oh, the demon ended up atoning for its ways. Nope. Yep, sure didn't. Oh my god. Jesus. Wow. Wow. Is this the demon's fucking weird way of being like, hey, I feel kind of guilty about what I did, so here's a new human child. They're pretty much the same, right? And then she's gonna be like, and because I killed that one, what does it matter? And she's like, maybe come up with a new line. Probably because it causes the most of a reaction in humans. Exactly. So this feels like this is going to be foreshadowing where these two are going to come Frieren. Oh, I love her. But yeah, this feels like this is foreshadowing where they're gonna come to a thing where normally they would give in and be empathetic, but they're like, we have to remember what Frieren said, that they cannot be reasoned with. I mean, they had me fooled. I was like, oh, they seem very dignified and they seem very proper, and I would have totally fell for it. Great. So she probably just puts basically a big old target on her because he's going to be like, I need to have her killed because she might convince people that we can't be reasoned with, so we need to take her out. I wonder if his son was killed by a demon. Okay. I want to meet Aura. Aura? I bet she's I bet she's got a cool design. So we're finally having like, we're getting to see some actual antagonists here who aren't just one-off monsters. So here he's gonna like look around and be like, okay, what kind of clues can I get about his family and use it to my advantage? Oh, here we go. And we know about the whole thing with what Frieren said. Oh, please let's. Oh, shit. Shit, this guy's gonna die. It'd be nice if Fern and Stark were here. They could be like, no, 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 they don't actually have families. He's lying. Damn it. This guy's dead. Maybe not right now, unless our heroes can save him. Yeah, okay. Like I doubt they would just kill him right here in front of like all of his guards. Hopefully he can be convinced by Frieren and the others that that is a bad idea. He's like, let's take advantage of this. And then they're gonna come in and just destroy everything. Yep, of course. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, she was the one in the opening, yeah. She is a cool from what I can remember seeing of her. Eliminate an obstacle. That's definitely gonna be free run, isn't it? Yep. Yep, yep, yep. Damn, okay. And she's like, well, looks like I'm not gonna be bored anymore. I love how what did the one guy say? Like, he's so hot headed and yet he's so blase, just like with free run. I just love she could not care less. She probably does not see him as a threat, even if she doesn't have her staff with her. Oh, that's it. Okay. All right. So they're kind of leaving it a little bit of a cliffhanger. Interesting. Okay, I was thinking that too with the I've already forgotten his name. I apologize. The executioner who came in. I bet they're gonna try and pin it on Free Ren, especially if she escapes, because the guy just came in and just like unlocked the door. So I bet the other two, the leader of these demons, is probably going to be like, "This elf is dangerous. She just came in, basically threatened to blast us in public, and then escaped from prison, killed one of the guards, killed this guy." So they're probably going to turn it around and make Free Ren and Fern and Stark out to be like the enemies, like they can't be trusted. But yeah, it definitely seems like we're going to be seeing a fight pretty much like right into the next episode. Like that's where we're leaving it. And there we go. Like finally, there's been the hints of the whole thing with the Demon King and mentions of these like powerful, what do they say, like the seven 7 executioners, and she's one of them. So is this going to be a thing where like we're going to meet each of these 7 kind of like underlings to the Demon King on the way to get to the Demon King? It's like you've got your sub bosses on your way to meet the big boss. Now, from what I can remember in the opening, she's the only one I remember seeing. The girl, I think she had like the pinkish reddish hair with the demon horns. So that seems to be her. So she seems like she's going to be kind of like, maybe for season 1, she's going to be like our main baddie. And then in season 2, we're going to like, I don't know. I have no idea where season 2, like where it leaves off. I don't know how many seasons of Frieren there's going to be. So it could be a while, because maybe like, especially if we're going to meet each of these 7, you know, like soldiers, what have you, of the Demon King. You know, we'll see. But as the Demon King's so far away, right? It's going to be 10 years. 10 years at least, and then they keep running into issues that seem to like keep delaying them from getting there. So it's going to be a long journey, and especially with the way time is going with each episode, like there's still the 28 years after Himmel's death. It feels like it's been like that for a little while. So yeah, there's a lot of time before we actually get to the very end, unless they do some sort of huge time skip. So we'll see, but I am intrigued. I love that whole thing with the demons. That's so cool. I love when, this is what I really like about kind of fantasy, fantasy shows, fantasy, like the fantasy genre in general, is I feel like they've got some of the best potential for world building, because you can do so much with it, because there's no need to limit yourself to what is realistic. So that's where you can get really fun with it. So I like this, they're taking this kind of thing about demons, and this could be with other series, with other, you know, video games, shows, movies, what have you, and make demons actually quite dignified looking. They can be very animalistic, and they can be just absolutely ruthless, but I love that they're just, these demons in this world are very manipulative, that they can take on human speech, and they can take advantage of people's empathy and use it to their advantage. But they're basically like sociopaths, or would you say sociopath, psychopath? They have no feeling. They just say things. They say pretty words to get people on their side, or to make them do what they want, and then just kill them without mercy. That was just really creepy at the back. Sorry, the flashback with that little girl demon. And I don't know if that was like her trying to actually make it right by that couple whose girl that they ate, and be like, I got you a new one. So I know you've been wanting to kill me, so here's a peace offering. Here's another little girl, and I just killed her father, but because her father's dead, it doesn't really matter anymore. So here's a new family for this little girl. Like, damn, that's really fucked up. And so that was really cool. And in such a short amount of time, they really gave an idea of like just how powerful and how scary these demons can be without being like looking like true monsters. So I hope we do see more of the demons. I really like that. That's actually really cool. So yeah, we'll see if I'm correct in the next episode about like Frieren will absolutely destroy this kid, but I'm wondering if the other demons are going to turn it around and make it out to Frieren being the one that can't be trusted, because they do seem to be very good at manipulating this, the mayor, the leader of this town, what have you. So we'll see. I really like this episode, really cool. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and stay tuned next week for episode 8. Until then.